Okay, I don't know what going live is like till now. And forgive me for hiding in the dark. Uh, I wouldn't call it insecurities, if you will. I'm actually a fairly confident person. Um, but I do not look presentable, if you will. And I'm like X amount of hours into going to my doctor's appointment in the morning. Um, yeah, well, that's a biggie. Um, for those of you that are in the know, you know it's a biggie. For those of you that doubt me and you naysayers, you can kiss my derriere, if you will. Because I really don't give a fuck about you. That's keeping it real clean and clear. Forgive my vulgarity. That's just who I am. I don't change who I am for anybody. Never have, never will. Um, you know, I have been very blunt and open this whole scenario, if you will. I'm a very candid person. I'm a very straight and direct. I am, um, and the issues I must deal with are all my own. Quite honestly, they're not yours. They're not yours to handle nor maintain. They're not yours to own. They're simply mine. And well, that I do a very overall. It may not appear as much. I've admittedly fell apart on many occasions. But if you had the weight of the world upon your shoulders and you were dealing with a disease, oh, I'm so sorry. When I call Morgellons a disease, that seems to offend so many. I'm so sorry, Don Mal. I know that will offend you, although I don't give a fuck. You know that, right? I don't care, Don. I don't, and I've told you stay the hell off my throats. Okay, so when I am dealing with something as comprehensive as Morgellons, which is about as comprehensive as my very invasive back surgeries have all been, I consider that a chronic condition, an illness, or as I would label it, Don, a disease. A disease, in fact. I would call Morgellons a disease. I don't know about the overall consensus of because I don't check in with people. I'm kind of an introvert, Don. I prefer to check in with myself instead of in with others. I have enough confidence in me. I don't have a desire to check in with you first. So I'm sorry if that offends you, Don. Okay. But Shanti or gosh, there's so many of you I revel and look up to that suffer from the same affliction. That I would have to say, do you not consider Morgellons a disease? It's something chronic. It's an illness that you can't shake it. It's with you for a lifetime. Pretty much. You don't know when it's going to kill you off or you're going to want to kill yourself. Whatever. Whatever. I'm trying to make light of a subject that I know. I know. Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not trying to make us look like. Mm. I just. You gotta understand my humor. I'm the odd one. I'm the weird one. I get it. I get it. I get it. Folks, okay, hold your applause then. Fine. Unfollow me. I don't give a fuck. I'm not doing this for popularity or follow me kind of contest. I suffered through what I must suffer through. Okay, if I can bring some sick humor along the way, well then so be it. Well, only those of you that are truly going through it are honestly gonna get me or my sick twisted humor anyway. That's who I am. I'm so sorry if you don't get me. Anyhow. I don't give a flying fuck what you think about me. That is the honest to God truth. Because if you, this is being very honest, matter of fact, if you were dealing with a thing labeled, okay, here we go with the labels, as Morgellons, such as such as the rest of us, if you were contending with such a affliction, would you despair? Would you be distraught? Would you be I don't know, given my circumstances, very alone indeed. Not even able to hold your own grandchild. Not necessarily that's what my daughter's implicating, although she hadn't offered either. But I know this grandchild is special for her own reasons. I do get that. And it's not that she's said anything. It's not. It's not. I just haven't approached it. But do you understand what that feels like? This is my 5th grandchild I have not held. And it's because I don't want to approach the subject. And it's because I have beautiful, gorgeous children that I respect and love. And that because she hasn't breached that subject, I don't want to advance it. Okay? Because I don't feel a need to touch my grandchildren knowing that I have something that might make them vulnerable, that I could give to them. Do you understand? Okay. Now that we got that shit straight. Alright. So, next up, we got the simple fact that here in just a couple hours, I'm supposed to be at my doctor's office. I won't be there in a couple hours. I will be tremendously, politely late, if you will. Because, when my insomnia kicks in and worries hit my head and the hamster about falls off the wheel, you know what I'm saying? It's just the way it is. My ADHD gets turning and my worries kick in. And, well, I already told you guys what happened with my last doctor's visit, although I didn't share the other in that recording yet, which I very much intend to share with you guys. I was violated. I was humiliated. The fucking fill-in doctor was ready to take off my bra, guys, to see sores on me, quote unquote. Well, although he'd already seen the ones on my legs, I had none on my upper extremities to speak of, except for a couple midriff, and he's already trying to pull my bra. So, no, I had a very traumatic experience that I'm not willing to relive, and it took me a while to come around to that shit, and, well, I've got to go back to the doctor again tomorrow, and he can't even get a slime test straight, so forgive me. And I'm not the greatest PI yet. I suppose I don't quote me on this because I can't promise anything, if you will. That I'll do my best to tuck my my voice recorder from my phone, not my primary phone, obviously, my secondary phone, to accommodate that and to possibly record both sides of mine and the doctor's conversation. I will do my best, guys, but don't quote me on that because I am not the greatest PI here. I'm not. Although I do want to definitely prove what I have and don't have, what I'm going through, what I'm not. But it's really, at the end of the day, neither here nor there for me. It's really not, guys. It's really not. That's not so important for me. But but I will give it my best because I know so many of you out there require validation. But that's you. You see, that is not me. That is not me. It's not what I'm going through, and it's not what I'm trying to prove to anybody. That is you that needs validation, not me. I already know what I'm going through. So why do I need to prove that to anybody? I don't. So that comes secondary to me. You know, it really, truly, honestly does, folks. I have nothing to prove to you. I know what I'm going through. And if you need proof, go check out all the other Morgellons afflicted people, such as myself, out there. There are plenty of them that are willing to show you proof. And I'm sorry, I'm not. I don't feel a need to prove it to you. I don't. And you know, we all deal with things in our own manner. We do. We do. We truly do. And I'm not one of those that feels I need to defend myself. I don't feel I need to prove myself. I don't feel I need to show and subject myself or show you ugly pictures. I don't feel a need to play detective. I don't feel a need to do any of that for any of you. In everything I do, I'm only striving to make myself happy. I'm not trying to gain followers. I'm not trying to pick up any of you along the way. I am just being me, and I will be me until the day I die. And if you don't like me, fuck you. I don't care. That's the way it is with me. So, have I said enough? I hope so. Because I will always be just me. I don't feel a need to beautify any of that or size it up for you or beautify. I just, guys, I don't. I will just be myself because that's all I know how to be. I tried to be somebody different for a very long time and, you know, be what I was supposed to be molded into. That didn't work neither. So now I just work on being myself. And I am going to strive to be more of me until the day I die. And that's just what works best for me. It doesn't have to work best for all of you. I love you all the same. Forgive me if I struck a wrong chord with anybody, but it's just the way it is. So, I love you folks. I'm out. Please wish me the best of luck come morning. Well, I say come morning. It's almost morning now. And I've got to get some rest. And I'm supposed to be fasting. And I said come Friday morning. Well, you know, it's one of them walking kind of things for an annual. And, well, I suppose afternoon will do just as well as morning would. That's the kind of procrastinator I am. At best, Scorpio rules. I'm out. Love you all. Good night or good morning, whatever the case may be, where your country is concerned. Much love to all of you. Goodbye.